Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've spent a little bit of money recently with a company called Easy Car Care. I've seen their adverts throughout Facebook and social media for a while, so I thought why not. I've ordered the Titan Pro 1 litre kit. Should have been around about 174 quid and it came to me delivered for £59.99. The Saab hasn't had any love or attention for at least 3 weeks now. So it's a dry day and it's a pretty good opportunity to give these Easy Car Care detailing products a good workout. So let's crack on with it. First one up is Citrus Wash. This is a citrus based all-purpose cleaner and degreaser. I've pre-diluted it to a 4:1 ratio and I've put it in one of my converted hand pump foam sprayers. If you're interested in the hand pump foam sprayers, you'll find a video, a how-to video right here on this channel on how to do it. It's cheap, easy, and it's, as you can see from the performance of this bottle here, it's definitely worth doing. So Citrus Wash is just sprayed into the arch liners and it's agitated with just a general purpose cleaning brush really. It's been left to dwell on the tyres for a little while just to remove all the old dressing that's on there because it was turning brown. Again, no special brushes used for cleaning the tyres, just a normal household scrubbing brush with a medium firmness to the bristles. It's cheap, it's cheerful, but it gets the job done and it doesn't cause any damage at all. On the whole, Citrus Wash, I'm quite impressed with it, to be honest. The dilution ratio is pretty good and it did a really good job of moving all of the grounding dirt. Just for a little bit of extra cleaning power, I'll spray a little bit on towards the end, leave it to dwell for a few seconds and then rinse it off. Next up, moving on to the wheels, and here I'm using the Easy Viper wheel cleaner, again diluted to a 4:1 ratio into a trigger bottle. No real sort of technique here, just apply liberal amounts to the inner barrels and the surface of the wheel. Give it a short while for it to dwell and start breaking down all the baked on grime and everything else, and then get busy with your brush. Overall, it wasn't a bad wheel cleaner by all accounts, especially with the fact that it was dilutable as well. You can actually use the product neat on the wheel if you find you need a little bit more elbow grease. But as you can see here, the 4:1 dilution ratio has done a pretty good job of removing all the surface contamination on the wheel. A deeper clean would have required a fallout remover, but these wheels are going to be refurbished at the end of this month, so a quick spit and shine was all that they required. Not a bad result, definitely worth investing in, I think, not bad at all. Next on we start the pre-wash. This is Arctic Meltdown, Easy's snow foam. As per the instructions on the bottle, it was 1 inch of product into the foam lance bottle and the rest was topped up with warm water, around about 900 ml. Now as you look at the glass, you can see that it does actually produce quite a decent foam that clings. What you're about to see on the paintwork here is separation because of the sealant that's already on the paint. The car had a full detail 5 weeks ago maybe, and it had multiple layers of Poor Boys World EX sealant applied to it, and it was also topped off with their Natty's Black Paste Wax. As you can see, it's extremely hydrophobic, so any snow foam really, not just this one, will have a hard time adhering to the surface. That said, it's been dwelling now for about 5 minutes, and as you can see, it has hung around on the paintwork, so it will help soften all the surface mounted grime that's on there. Then the most important part of your pre-wash is your rinse. Don't be afraid to be as thorough as you possibly can. The cleaner you can get your paintwork now, the less chance you'll have of marring it when you come to the contact wash. Arctic Meltdown didn't do a bad job at all. It managed to soften all the surface mounted dirt, and it pretty much encapsulated all of it, which made rinsing a bit of a breeze. I wouldn't say it was the most effective snow foam that I've ever used, and in hindsight, because of the protection that's already on the paint, I probably would up the dilution ratio slightly just to increase the dwell time on the paintwork, but overall it didn't do a bad job. Next up is the wash, and here I'm using their Cherry Bomb concentrated shampoo, and I'm also using the wash pad that was supplied in the kit. Now, I'm a big fan of the foam lance wash method, which means that I will apply the shampoo directly to the car via a foam lance. The dilution ratio here was 50 ml of shampoo to 450 ml of warm water. Easy doesn't give a dilution rate for foam cannon wash methods, but this is the dilution rate that I use with my usual soap. And as you can see, it clings to the surface pretty well. Now, I much prefer to use this wash method as opposed to a 2-bucket wash method. First of all, you only have to move around your rinse bucket. And second of all, by applying the shampoo directly to the surface of the vehicle, it offers far greater lubrication between your wash pad and the panel, which ultimately will give you a much safer wash. Nothing special about this method either. You do quite literally take one side of your wash pad, wash in straight lines, and wash one section at a time. When you're halfway through your section, don't forget to flip your pad or mitt to a clean side and continue washing in straight lines. There really is no need to scrub or apply any undue downward pressure. Just let the pad or your mitt glide over the surface. When you've finished your section, wring out your dirty soap, straight back into your clean water rinse bucket, agitate the wash pad on the grit guard in the bottom of the bucket, and then wring out your rinse water. Have a quick inspection of your mitt, and if it's clean, carry on. Unfortunately, Easy, I'm not really a fan of this wash pad at all. It's just too big for my little hands, and when I'm trying to get it into small areas like the door handles for instance, it's just too big, it won't fit. That said, it's not bad quality, and I will keep it in my detailing arsenal just in case the need arises in the future. Okay, so with the car then rinsed clean, it's onto the drying stage. Again, nothing special here. I just like to use a super plush Korean microfiber drying towel. Obviously very little pressure, just enough to keep the towel onto the surface of the vehicle and let that microfiber soak up all the water. As you can see from the reflections in the paintwork, the shampoo has actually left quite a decent finish. I was quite surprised that for something that doesn't cost a huge amount of money, it has left quite a nice sheen to the paint. And for those areas that you don't want to be rubbing your posh towel against, you take with my £20 eBay leaf blower. It's the absolute perfect piece of kit if you need to dry off your wheel arches, around your brakes, your wheels, your tyres. Also your grills, around the headlights where water can sit and harbour. It's also pretty good at blowing away polish dust after you've been compounding and polishing. Now it's time to bring on the shine. I've heard so many good things about this Ceramic Wax Extreme. It's kind of the reason I brought the Titan package in the first place. This is the 50 g sample pot, and this is also the applicator that they supplied with the wax. There's no real discernible scent to the wax. It's certainly not unpleasant. It's quite a firm paste wax. It loads onto the applicator quite easily. So the applicator is now loaded, and in the words of Mr. Miyagi, wax on. Quite literally, just dab it across the surface just to spread the love, and then get working. Now there's always been a great debate about whether you should use circular movements or straight lines. Do you know what, guys? In all seriousness, if your surface is clean, your paintwork is well prepared, the chances of you actually inflicting marring at this stage is quite slim, especially if you've got a really soft applicator and a wax that is as lubricated as this one is here. The key with applying all waxes is to keep your layers super thin, and this really was very easy to apply a nice thin layer. So it's been on the paint now for about 15 minutes, and the finger swipe assures me that it's cured. It's about 16 degrees today, so obviously in warmer or colder weather adjust your curing time accordingly. Now when I'm removing products, I like to use two towels. First of all, I'll use a short pile soft microfiber towel for removing the spent product. Now I'll fold this towel into four, and I do that for two reasons. First and foremost, it gives you a nice cushioned towel to fit underneath your hand. And second of all, if you fold it 4 times, you have potentially got 8 clean working surfaces. So with all the spent product removed with the short ply towel, I do like to give it a little bit of a buff as well. So here I'm using a long pile microfiber buffing towel. Again, very little pressure onto the surface and just very lightly buff away. What you don't want to do is rub the surface too hard because you will put micro marring into the paintwork. Doesn't matter how soft your towel is, the faster you rub, the more friction you cause, and you will create marring. Don't forget to flip your towel to a clean side often as well. I'm sure Mr. Miyagi will be very proud of me. There you go, that's wax off. Okay, on to the last easy product for this detail, and it's Clarity 2.0 glass cleaner. Now, with all things detailing, I've got my own methods of doing things. I just prefer to spray the cleaner directly onto the towel and then go straight into the glass. I do this because it does give a little bit of lubrication against the towel, and second of all, it cuts down on overspray around the surrounding bodywork and trim. And as always, when you're doing glass, don't forget to do the insides. I like to go horizontally on the exterior and vertical on the interior. That way, if you do get any smears, you know which side they're on. Luckily, this evaporates almost instantly and no smears at all. Gets a thumbs up from me. This is the last 3 products from the Easy Titan package that have yet to be reviewed. I'm sure they'll make their way into a video shortly. So now it's time for the Glamour Shots. Unfortunately, there was no tyre dressing or plastic dressing in the package, so the tyres have been dressed with Poor Boys World Bright and Bold, and the plastics have received a little tickle with Poor Boys World Trim Restorer. As you can see from the finish, Easy car care products really aren't that bad. They're reasonably user friendly. They've done pretty much what they said on the labels, and when you get deals like the Titan one that I brought from Facebook, it's pretty good value for money. Again, not the best products you'll ever buy, but certainly far from the worst. And when they have got deals on, it definitely is worth investing in a few of them. If you've got any products that you would like reviewing, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me through the usual channels. And I really hope that you guys have enjoyed watching this video. If you have, hit the like and hit subscribe, and if you feel the need, please feel free to give it a share. Until the next time, keep it clean and keep it shiny. Thank you guys.